welcome back to Wunu, your weekly Universal news and updates. If you are new here, I provide updates on Universal Orlando for everyone to enjoy. And now that October has been officially over for more than a week now, Uni has not been hesitant to start up the holiday cheer. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into some updates. Let's start on some holidays. So as I've already said, a ton has happened in this topic, and I think that I know just where to start. Due to Halloween and all of its spooky celebrations ending last week, the tribute store also had to leave. But instead of the store being taken down, the facade was instead replaced and rethemed to look like a nutcracker. And that is because this year, we will be receiving our first ever Christmas tribute store. Now, quite a bit has actually been revealed about this store. It has been officially said that it will be much like the HHN version, as it will have 4 highly themed rooms, and one of these rooms will be themed to How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It has also been said that when it opens, the store will be selling holiday-themed merchandise and treats. The one thing that we did not get any info for is an opening date. Nothing official has been said, but if I had to guess, I'd say it would open when the holiday celebration starts on November the 14th. I know that's soon, but that's just my prediction. So next up is some official announcements on Uni's website. They have stated more about the event. They have said that the Hula Days will be happening, except that the show that usually takes place will not be happening. However, the Grinch meet and greet will remain there. The next announcement is a new event called Universal's Holiday Experience, featuring Macy's balloons. This brand new event is more than likely here to replace Macy's Christmas parade that usually happens in the parks, but can't this year due to COVID. This event will allow guests to get a close-up look at Macy's parade floats and balloons, and at the end, guests will get a chance to take socially distant photos with Santa Claus. And the next announcement was for Universal's Holiday Character Celebration, where guests will be able to see their favorite characters do special seasonal performances and afterwards take socially distanced photos with them. It has also been stated that this year, a holiday tree hunt similar to the Scarecrow Stalk will be happening. This provides us with quite a nice explanation as to why trees were placed in all of the major gift shops of Islands of Adventure. But this does leave me wondering one thing. What would be the prizes for the tree hunt? I guess we'll just have to wait to find out. The final announcement is that Universal will also be holding a holiday treat trail. What they will be handing out or where the trail is still not known, but it is cool that Universal is trying all of these new ways to celebrate. So, moving back to things we actually have placed in the parks, we can see a lot of Christmas decor has been put all around the locations. Garlands and lights have been added to New York, Hollywood, the London waterfront, and Central Park. Additional decorations have also been added to Diagon Alley, with Garland now covering most of the buildings. More Christmas stuff was also added to Stu's Landing, with garlands and cameras being put in the currently closed All the Books You Can Read shop. This works as a good hint that the store will be more than likely reopening for the holidays. Also new in Stu's Landing is that the white trees in front of the entrance to the land from the port of entry started doing projection shows on them during the night. And yes, I am trying to stretch this sentence so I can show you the whole video of the projections. I just find them that dazzling. Speaking of trees, in New York this week, we placed the base for the gigantic tree that goes here every year. I just wonder how long they're going to wait to actually put the tree in. So those updates only took the entire holiday season to cover, but let's quit complaining and take a look at my next topic. Can't even act like this was a surprise. We all know I was going to get here at one point or another, and we all know what I want to talk about first. It's the Velocicoaster. So first up is some plant placement. All over the site, plants have been placed to help jungle up the area. Plants were also placed against the lagoon wall, making it look all the more natural and a lot less just like a solid concrete wall. The same lagoon wall also put some paneling on another area of it, making this space look more like a solid concrete wall. Also above the lagoon wall this week is a new Jurassic World looking fence that was added, adding even more high-tech aesthetic to the area. Also new is that the second launch tunnel of the ride has some new lighting structures that could be spotted this week. It can only make you wonder how cool this launch tunnel is going to look when it's completely finished. Moving more towards the front of the site, we can see that the construction walls have moved out by Burger Digs even more, now engulfing the entire entrance to it. Don't worry though, Burger Digs is still open, it just needs to be entered through the visitor center. Also behind these walls, we can see that the staircase that was built by one of the main show buildings last week has now been completely surrounded by metal, caging it in. Moving away from the Velocicoaster, we can now see some of the progress we haven't seen yet on the Forbidden Journey locker expansion. This week, a lot of painting has been done, making the walls look like well-used metal and the actual metal beams looking more used. Also, we can see some of the rock work under the scrim that they have placed over top of it. Continuing construction, we can go all the way across Islands of Adventure to Marvel Superhero Island. Here we can see that some construction walls have gone up in front of the Amazing Spider-Man ride. These walls more than likely relate to the cracked floor that had been in front of the ride for quite some time now, and I couldn't imagine that they'd let something like that slide for too long. Speaking of long, I have something that won't be happening in long from my next topic. Yes, the UOAP news. So what won't be happening for long? Well, it's the pass holder garage sale. On November the 13th from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., pass holders who have booked a time will be able to attend Universal's garage sale. This sale will have loads of discounted merchandise and other things, and will more than likely have all of the Halloween Horror Nights merchandise that Uni failed to sell before the spooky season ended. Speaking of things being discontinued, we can see something that was discontinued to pass holders. This week in the UOAP Lounge, they ran out of Harry Potter maps to give out. These were the maps that were released to pass holders for free last week, but now that Uni has given them all away, they will not be giving out any more. While on the thought of free stuff in the UOAP Lounge, we can talk about how this week revealed what the December button will be. It will be a Churro Love themed button. This is an awesome design, and it follows Uni's running joke that whenever something mysterious pops up, it's immediately assumed to be a churro stand. Finally is something good that only Premier Pass holders can benefit from. From November 2nd to the 20th, the Premier Pass Express Pass will begin at 2 p.m. on weekdays. However, on weekends, it will start at 4 p.m. So, if you paid extra for a really fancy pass, you should get even more bang for your buck. So, this was cool. But let's look at some other news in my next topic. Sorry for the depressing music, but yeah, we got some new news. So this week we saw some lighting rigs and signage stands appear near Music Plaza stage. And later in the week, these were wrapped in festive green and red wraps, making them look all the more Christmassy for the season. By the way, we have no idea what the purpose of these things are, we just know of their existence at the moment. Another slightly Christmas-related news update is that the Parks Plaza Holiday Shop has now officially opened, selling all of its Christmas joy and merchandise. Next up is that the filming of David Makes Man continued this week, now moving its hot set all the way over to Hollywood from San Francisco. So, I'm out of transitions, so I guess insert transition here, blah blah blah. Next topic. Yum. That's all I have to say for this topic introduction. Yum. So, all of this week's food updates have to do with the Halloween Horror Nights food trucks that are now actually Christmas food trucks. One of the trucks was left where it was in New York, and the other was moved to Kids Zone. As for the one moved to Kids Zone, it has not opened yet. We have no idea what it will be serving, or anything along those lines. The one left in New York, however, is quite a different story. This truck did open, and it serves a para relanas. Sorry if I butchered that. They can come stuffed with beef, shredded chicken, or cheese. I'm going to be totally honest, I have never heard of this food before until I saw these. But now that I'm looking at one, I want one so bad. It is driving me insane, I swear. Speaking of going insane, we can talk about what will make you go insane with your spending in my next topic. So what can we spend all of our hard-earned paychecks on this week? Well, after paying the bills, you can now pick up a bunch of new kinds of masks. There are 4 brand new Christmas-designed face masks that are all some rendition of the Universal Studios Florida logo that are made more Christmassy in one way or another. The other new kind of mask that was added this week is that a chocolate frog box mask has now come. I just hope it smells just as good as the chocolate frog does. Also this week, some not-so-good mask news happened. This week, Universal will be retiring a lot of mask designs. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Like, too many to fit in one picture a lot. It's kind of insane. So, anyways, that's all the news and updates that I found in Universal Orlando this week. What did you think of all the Christmas preparations? Did they come too early? Is it never too early? Feel free to tell me in the comments. If you happen to like the video, make sure to leave a like and or subscribe. And with all that said for this week, this is Wunu, signing off.